Hello, my friends. Welcome into the Archie the Wolf match reaction video, a raw version of that pitiful thing that TheMrArcher put out a little while ago. I'm going to give you the raw story. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel based on what we've seen from Evertonians on Reddit, on Twitter, on web pages over the past couple of weeks and months, and that is just one thing. Enough is enough of the same. Game in, game out, week in, week out, month in, month out, exactly the same problems from top to bottom, whether it's team selection, whether it's team formation, whether it's team strategy, whether it's defensively, our inept ability to make good decisions, to attack and win the first ball, to attack and win the second ball, to defend, to close people down, to not give away stupid free kicks in really good positions for the opposition team. Whether it's offensively with our actual complete and utter lack of anything, right? Anything. I'm speechless most of the time when I think about our offensive side of the game. Boring side to side to side to side passing, running down the side and turning back and playing it backwards. No beautiful triangles of passes. Nobody breaking open and getting on beyond the last man, getting in behind their defense and getting in on goal. No ability to move their defenses around and to break them down at any point during that game. Especially yesterday, their back three, we made them look like world beaters. You've got Bolly at the back there. You've got Connor Cody at the back there. You've got Bennett at the back there. They look like outstanding professionals doing the job that they're set out to do with the communication, with their positioning, with their tactical nous, with everything. They look like they knew what they were doing, and we had no answers for it. We never have any answers to what teams put out. Do we do any research? Do we look at the opposition and see how we can break them down, where their weak spots are, how it can be exploited and put the players in that could possibly do that for us? I don't think so. All I see most of the time when I watch behind-the-scenes Everton videos is Bernard jumping on Yerry Mina's back and then having a fake boxing match where they do a little bit of kick around. That's all I see. I don't see anybody working on any tactics, and maybe you're not allowed to show that, but I'd really love to see them working on defensive marking on corners. I'd really like to see them how they do drills for winning the first ball or not letting the ball fall to the floor for them to get a second sniff at any chance they get in our box. I'd love to see what we do about teams scoring from indirect free kicks from the 45, 50-yard line. Right? Those are things I'd want to see. But I guess we can't. We have to see snowball fights. We have to see those guys kicking around and, doing little dabs and doing little dabs and doing little dabs and doing a little shimmy. I don't want to see any of that. I want to see our team actually looking like they give a shit when they hit the field, right? And another thing that a lot of the Evertonians are saying is just boring. It makes us look like a joke team. Yes, we've got ambition. Yes, we've got things coming up in the future. Yes, we've got the stadium. Yes, we've got a guy that wants to spend money on players. Yes, we've got a director of football that's respected and known the world around, that's got all the connections in order to get us, top quality players at a reasonable price and a reasonable wage. We've got all that, but that doesn't really mean anything for what we're seeing on the field right now. A laughingstock, an absolute joke. You want to do tactical analysis on this game that I saw yesterday? Okay, yeah. Everton were shite. We did exactly the same things that we've been doing for the past couple of months. Wolves, they came out. They knew where our weaknesses are. They knew that Leighton Baines wasn't fully fit. They knew that Seamus Coleman's a liability at right back. They know that we're no good at defending set pieces. But they know that we give away stupid free kicks in critical areas of the field. So they took advantage of it. And what did they do? Jimenez scores off of a header from the front post because Seamus Coleman can't be bothered to mark, and they put a ball into the box and they won it. They knew that they could attack Leighton Baines down the right-hand side with Doherty, their right back who scores goals, who gets assists and can get into the box and make a nightmare for defenders. And what happened? He did exactly that thing to an injured Leighton Baines. Why Leighton Baines started? I don't know. Why John Joe Kenny didn't start? I do not know. I don't know what type of fitness test that people have to pass in order to get onto the field. Because I was told, he passed a late fitness test. So what did he do? Put on a shirt and a pair of shorts and tie his laces? Is that a fitness test? Is it really? I don't think so. Not for a professional club like Everton. I don't care about drive and ambition and how he wants to play in front of the home fans and put a good shift. And you did nothing except give away a PK, Baines, and then you went off. The game started 30 minutes into the game because that should never have happened. He should never have been brought down to the box. He never should have been got into the position to be brought down for a penalty kick. And then Andre Gomes equalized it around, the 30th minute? So, okay, it's a 60-minute game now. Brand new game, 1 hour game after we got back level. And then what do? We don't take the high and the lift from the crowd that they gave us when Andre Gomez scores his first goal for the club at home at Goodison Park. That should have been enough to get us forward. Just like against Millwall, that should have been enough to get us over the line. Okay, we've gone one down. Okay, what's going to happen now? Richarlison scored in that game, obviously, and then they come back and score, and then they score again. It was just a disaster. But then Cenk Tosun gets to score his goal. You can see the drive, the ambition, how much that meant to him. Did we reciprocate that feeling? Did we say, okay, look at Cenk, yeah. He's been down in his luck recently. He hasn't been starting many games. He hasn't been getting much of a look in. He comes on and bangs one in. Yeah, against the bottom of in the relegation zone championship team. But that should be enough. There's certain key points in certain games that can tilt the tide for a team, and we don't ever take advantage of that. That Gomez goal should have been enough for us to at least shut up shop and get to halftime and regroup. But no, we can't do that. We have to score again right before halftime. And how do we get conceded on? From a free kick that was needlessly given away. We don't do any marking in the box, and they score, and the crowd goes down, and their fans go up, and they look like they're going to go on and win the game, which they did. That's the tactical analysis. That's the opinion. Completely shocking, completely shite. Same thing we do every single week, week in, week out. There's only so much a regurgitation of this type of thing that we can put up with. There's only so much of the same old shit that people have put up with. We don't even watch anymore. And you want me to get hyped? Hyped for Manchester City in the middle of the week? Did you see the goals they scored today versus Arsenal? Did you see how clinical, how direct, so purposeful players like Sergio Aguero, like Raheem Sterling? You see how Fernandinho controls that midfield? Do you see how their defense works? Do you see how they have the finest of margins and they take advantage of it? Do you see how they can swing the ebb and the flow of a game to get back in their favor? Do you see how fearless and how determined and how happy and so understanding and well informed and well drilled they are in what they're trying to do? Did you hear the fans? I mean, I know they don't ever get a full stadium up there at City, and I can understand that oil money can only buy you so much, right? But at the end of the day, if you think I'm going to get hyped and I'm going to sit here in front of my computer on whenever they play Wednesday or Thursday, and you think I'm going to say, oh, well, this is a big chance, the players are going to show up for Manchester City, we're going to get hit for 6. I'm going to start right now, we're going to get hit for 6 if we do anything like what we did today. We need 400 times what we did today. We need everybody on that field, including the substitutes, to give it to us. They need to be 100% engaged into what they're doing and focused. This isn't a game of individuals, this is a team game, and we do not want to get embarrassed. If Tottenham did what they did to us at home, what do you think Manchester City, the champions, are going to do to us? With players like Aguero, with De Bruyne, with Sané, with Sterling, with Gundogan, with Fernandinho, even if Mahrez comes on. How are we going to break down their defence when they've got players like Laporte and Otamendi and John Stones and Kyle Walker and even Fabian Delph if he came in? How do you think we're going to cope with that? We're not. We'll be lucky to get out of it with maybe scoring 1 goal and conceding 3, but I can guarantee they'll score in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Everyone's head's going to go down, and we're just going to be wide open for a pumping. A pumping. Anyway, final word. Everton were shit. Wolves we made them look great. They're not really great. They're just an average, bang average team that know what they're doing, that know how to play a game of football, that know all the nuances, all the insides and outs of getting a professional job done, how to do it on the road, how to do it when it matters, how to handle pressure. That's what they know how to do, and they just came up from the championship, like I said. They've spent a little money, but we've spent a lot of money. Get out of here. I'm done. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you don't like, please still subscribe. And please still do like it, because sometimes people just like to watch bad things in order to entertain themselves, to make them feel like they're accomplishing something. So if you want to leave any bad comments down there below, go ahead. Tell me you don't like the wolf mask. Tell me you don't like the way I talk. Tell me you don't like the graphics. Tell me you don't like a whole bunch of stuff. And I'll look in and go, woo, 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 woo. But if you do like it, I like you, and I won't come and blow your house down. Boom!